Where did we leave off? Oh, I should go to the thingy and collect my things. My thingamajigs from the thingies. What is this?
Welcome to the forge.
Oh yeah, the rune smithing kind of seemed like shit. That didn't seem that interesting.
Pirates. Good number. Hail.
Then I should have something. Is this a unique? What is it called? Oh. This seems good. Yeah. And then the rest is just kind of like trash. I feel like that's plenty. Like ports, Exile.
They're on their way.
What can I do for
And
you?
I probably don't have any gold left.
Well, look at what it is.
Exile.
I have quite a lot of gold. Let's put that in.
That will do nicely.
Get all of this trash out. I guess. +1 to level of socketed spell gems. Ah, raise zombie and not the support. I get it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just wondering if it makes sense to change things around, but I don't think it does. No, I don't want to upgrade anything. Oh, it seems too costly for gold. Travel to the thingy watch. Isn't that this one? What do they want me to do here? Is it?
A stranger there.
I'm confused because they want me to go back to Act 1. Fuck. Why have I forgotten the hotkey to level up? It was P. What the fuck was I clicking? Oh, can I? Can I choose this one? Oh. Do I want that? Minions hits have blah blah to ignore enemy physical damage reduction. That's probably good. Minions have 30% increased area of effect. Because we used the flamey thing, that might be nice. And accuracy rating. We can try this one, just because I'm doing the Bernie hits. Travel to ship graveyard. Okay. Well, let's fuck him up. Get some zombie boys going. What is that? Prisoner's gate. Not wanna. No need to go there. So I don't know if this is normal, but I've noticed that sometimes I can kind of smell my beard or like I get this like a waft of something, and it's it's not old food or anything like that, and I wash it daily. It's just like a waft of beard, I guess. And I wonder if everybody with a beard has that experience, or if I'm just being weird. I need to ask someone with a beard if they can smell their own beard as well. It's a weird fucking experience. But it makes sense since it's right under your nose. And I guess it's just similar to smelling your hair or some shit. It's just rare you smell your own hair. What is this? Cast an aura that grants. That seems useless. So what did I choose here? Increased area of effect, so it should hit more. Like the effect area should be bigger. Find the all flame. Cavern of Wrath. Could that... I think they can. No, I can smell my hair. Can you smell your hair? That's weird. Is mermaids. Okay. Yeah. Of course. Huh. As a relatively short-haired person, I don't think I've ever had the pleasure of smelling my own hair. But now that I have hair right underneath my nose, it wafts up from time to time. It's super weird. And it grosses me out a little bit, not gonna lie. But it's not the worst. It's like the worst part of the beard is like when you eat something and it gets stuck on the beard. And that's fine, but if you eat like sugary things or something and then you wipe it off, then after, like, you only use like a normal tissue. But then after a while it gets sticky and you can feel like the stickiness because you didn't wash it off with water. That triggers me. And yeah, multiple times I've just gone into the sink and just washed my beard with water until it went away. It was super annoying. Sticky beard, cannot recommend. Sticky, stanky beard. Did you guys do cat bowling when you had a cat? Well, you know when a cat just chills on the hardwood floor and you just go over and you don't really pick it up, but you just slide it across the floor. What the fuck is that? Because the cat is lazy, so it doesn't want to move, and if it's chill enough you can just take it and just kind of grab it on the stomach or something and then push it and then let go, and then it slides like across the floor, and then it just lays over where it lands, and I'm here now. You guys never did that? No? I definitely think you're the ones who's weird. Like, of course, you should do cat bowling if you have a cat.
My old friends understand.
I think otherwise maybe your cat gets like disappointed.
Pains me greatly to do this. Hard
think everybody owns a cat.
That's how you die properly, sir.
Some people just don't know they own a cat yet.
Thank you.
It's not really up to you to decide whether you have a cat or not. The cat chooses you.
Calm stands before us and looks up to us.
When I'm ready,
He
and not
sings,
before.
calls, screams to our ancestors to come to our aid. He offers them gifts of old.
That
a
would
feast
just
of
make
heart and
life
mind,
complicated.
muscle and
Okay, but
Graves was a good.
let's say you have a cat. You would definitely do cat bowling, right? Fuck. Like, that's just what you do.
Still alive, are we?
Yeah, exactly.
Farewell.
Okay. But then what is the next part? Like, I don't have any quests left. Do they just want me to explore on my own? And like, make my own fun? And be like open world and stuff? That's weird. That's not how I've been thought or taught to think. Oh, that's a oh. Okay, let's go to the area thingy. Whatever it is. Do we do that one? I think maybe filling it out from the bottom now is best. Ooh, unique thingy. Too easy. Yes. Ooh. Oh. Cool. So how's the Olympics going? Anything fun happening? I'm only seeing like the drama and the people bitching and moaning and like all the mistakes being made. I'm not really keeping up with any of the sports. I'm just really enjoying when all the fuck ups. But it does seem weird that America didn't win any medals in shooting. But to be fair, nobody ever said Americans were good at shooting. It's just they have the most shootings out of anywhere in the world. That doesn't mean you're good at it. It just means you do it a lot. And there's this misconception that practice makes perfect. And it's a very how would you say it? It's a very well repeated lie. Practice makes perfect. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. So if you're practicing something stupid or something bad or in a wrong way, you're not gonna magically become good at doing it because you're practicing the wrong way. You're just making that mistake permanent. And that's what practice is for. So if you ever want to practice something, it's way more important you focus on practicing, like putting your effort into making sure you practice good habits and good outcomes, and then spending time on it. Instead of believe me, you will become good, just because you spend a lot of time doing something bad.
And
Why is
so
this
a
guy
new
alive
enemy.
again? Okay, he's gonna kill me again. Not really kill me, but he's gonna attack me at least. Yeah, I need to remember my spells. Two. So I'm very much like a hoarder or
What do you
collect
want?
everything I see when I play. But I feel like there's so much loot dropping. And then I'm going back to town, I'm doing all of this, I'm wasting a town portal. Then I go back, I pick up more loot, and then just kind of rinse and repeat, right? And I feel like that's wasting a lot of time. And I'm not sure if that's the best way of playing Path of Exile. Like, are the things I'm selling worth it, or should I just leave trash on the ground? Yeah. What is trash loot? I don't fucking know. Since your inventory is so small and the items are so big, like compared to Diablo for example, you can carry a lot less loot here. And selling it doesn't really give you gold or currency or anything. So I don't see a number going up. I'm just seeing my stash being more and more full with random things that I'm not entirely sure what does. And I don't think I need to care about it at the moment. Just because I'm not high enough level where all of the items that lets me re-roll and turn things into better gear and so on, it doesn't seem relevant yet. Guess I could try to have a second ring. I think I sold a ring last loot cycle. Maybe that was a mistake. Grand mana flask. That seems bigger. So it seems like I'm gonna sell this one.
Exiles.
Then we do it. Okay, so basically just give me a small amount of mana really fast. Sure. I can live with that. So an example of like practice doesn't make perfect is, for example, drawing. I think that's a good exam. Like that's a good case. You don't magically get better at drawing just because you spend a lot of time doing it. Because you need to study and actually think about why it didn't look the way I wanted it to look, or what can I do next time to improve the look of this with bigger or smaller eyes, give the result I wanted or whatever. And like think about those things and spend more time in your head and less time doing, and then after you've done that, it makes sense to start spending time getting good at making the drawing the lines and executing the vision you have in your head. But it's very much about aligning the vision in your head with how do you actually make something pretty. I feel like that was a terrible explanation, but it will have to do. And even something like running, like you would think everybody knows how to run and it's just about going fast, or like going at least faster than walking. But you can run
Much clutter.
wrong, and you can have good posture while running and bad posture will cause injuries, and it will make it more difficult to run long distances and so on. And most people don't really give that any thought, that it's not just about going out there running and then keep running. You actually need to put some thought into it and learn what the fuck, like what is the best way of doing it. So I believe the best way of learning anything is always a mix of doing and then analyzing, or like thinking, looking at
Hello.
what did you do, were you happy with it, and then find sources on knowledge bases on what can be improved and so on, and then go out and practice the improvements and focus on the improvements, and then rinse and repeat until you're at a stage you're happy with. But practicing without thinking and analyzing is a waste of your time. The wetlands. Where is the wetlands? This is the wetlands. That's where I came from. I want to go to the western forest, I think. Oh, I can actually... Should I try to just go there? Because it's a lower level area, so maybe that would make sense. It's not because I'm struggling, it's just I'm thinking I get less experience the higher level I am compared, like, relative to the area. And since I'm already over leveled. Yeah. And on one hand it doesn't matter because I'm already over leveled, so I might already get decreased experience. And on the other hand, if I wait too much, I might just lose all experience. I don't know if that's a thing here. I'm just used to MMOs like World of Warcraft, where grey mobs don't give you anything. Forest encampment. Let's see what the fuck that is. Was that just like an instance or dungeon or whatever? Oh, it's going back to the town. Fuck me, man. Oh. It's been a long week.
And not before.
I saw, right, long week. I saw like the new StarCraft copy game Stormforge, whatever it's called. It has opened like early access on Steam or something. I meant to look into that because it seems kind of interesting, and I liked StarCraft. Oh, there's some kind of magical area with peacock lizards. That's cool. What the fuck is that? Kind of giant monkey? Giant ghost monkey? still super fucking easy to kill. But look fun. Oh, that was a lot of loot. I didn't know it would give me anything, I just clicked it because I could. I'm honestly surprised it did give me anything. It didn't feel like it. I deserved any reward for that. And now since it gave me a lot, I'm gonna explore everything. Okay. That seems done. We're just going to the exit. The riverways. Was that where we were? Yeah, I guess. So is this... Yeah. Did I clear that one? Or is it still corrupted, or was there something else I should have done? I don't know. It didn't feel like it was finished because it didn't close. Western Forest. That's where I maybe wanted to go. Then I want to find Weaver's Chamber. I wonder if we can get to level 30 before I fall asleep. Probably not with this speed, to be fair. Oh, waypoint, waypoint. I don't have to look for this place again. Easy. Then back to our scheduled route. I have to look at all the edges of a map first, get the outline, know what the borders are, and then we can start grid searching it to optimize. I wonder if there's some kind of like scientific study of the most efficient way of exploring an unknown map or area like this. Is it more efficient going around the corners or the edges of a map, or should you do like zigzaggy diagonal cuts through a map, or how do you optimize that? Oh, really? That's a shame. And how's the sound now? Should be quite low at this point. Maybe too low? Can you even hear the game at this point? Or has it just all been... has it been lowered too much? Oh, really? Let's try this one.
When I'm ready, and not before.
And the volume is a little bit louder now. Not a lot is happening, so it's hard to judge. That's a little bit there. That's good. Okay. Oh. So I didn't even need to activate my T ability. I could, it's just a toggle. And then my army is just more resistant or something. This is actually just a huge benefit doing it. And it seems a shame I didn't use it earlier, but at least I know now. So what are we doing here? Find Maligaro's spike, I think maybe. Oh shit. Shit. Shit! Oh yeah, I need to do things. Oh, phase 2. So it's like super bossy mode. So get some buffs going. Oh yeah, mana. I need the mana. Nice, okay. There we go. Easy. Jeez, it's so slow. You have reduced movement speed while covered in webs. Okay. Let's just go to town and sell. Then I don't need to move as much. Yeah, that seems better.
What do you want?
Just gonna sell all blues. This seems better than what I have. But I cannot change this because it doesn't have the 3 blues. And then my thing doesn't make sense.
Going.
So now my gems are starting to, or at least my knowledge is starting to affect the gear I can have. Oh shit. Minion speed support. Increase attack speed and such. Fresh meat. Minions created by supported skills gain Wakened Fury and Adrenaline for 10% of the duration, up to a maximum of 10 seconds. Wakened Fury grants blah blah blah. Crit strike chance and crit multiplier. What? Minions from supported skills deal 6% more damage. Minions from supported skills deal 15% more damage to the prey with hits and ailments. Minions from supported skills always target the prey if possible. So I can signal a prey. I think that sounds like good skill. But I think I would rather have this one with minion speed, attack and such. I think the attack speed and movement speed is better than me saying what they should attack.
Piety would have. Journey well.
Oh, so now I have the secret hideout. I have no idea what it does. I have a spiky thing.
Return if you must.
Can I do this? So my raging spirit goes to the middle. I put minion support. And I put this one. So the logic is I have raging spirits. They do fire damage. And then I have minion speed support. And then my skeletons exist in my head. And I still have my blink, but I don't have the flesh offering, which I never, well, I use it sometimes, but let's be honest, not a lot. There was no point in me coming back here, right? No. Really wasn't. It's just, there was some loot, I guess. That will be my excuse. Then identify this bad boy. Some kind of hat. Or what? Yeah. Doesn't seem like I care enough to read all of it. And what do I? Oh. Easy. Easy root killer. Yeah. No problems. Now my raging spirits are just so much more raging. Oh, they can fly over ship. Didn't know that. Oh my god, what is this maze? I had back surgery some years ago, and like leading up to it, and that period I was very much into like Warhammer 40k and the whole Law and Horus Heresy, like the book series. And I was reading the books like every single day for a couple of hours, and I think I was reading, I know, I'm a bit of a slow reader, so I was only reading one book a week or something like that, leading up to it. And like I would read every day before bedtime and so on. And so I read it quite a lot. And then leading up to the surgery, I would of course read it, and I brought the book to the hospital as well and so on. So I remember what happened during like after anesthesia, during the wake up. I just remember thinking I was a space marine, and I kept trying to get up from the bed and like, move aside, heretics. I need to kill the infidels, and like I need to kill the heathens and Xenos and like random shit. And they had to like push me down and hold me down because I kept trying to get up. Yeah, it was so fucking weird. It's really a shame nobody was there to film it, but yeah. Luckily, it seems like nothing happened. Oh, I need to do it the other way, I see. Item is currently equipped. I'm not. Oh my fucking god, so many rules. Can I see what happened to it? I don't know what I got out of corrupting that. Find a way through this area, sure.
Too much clutter.
After surgery, I had a tube connected to my lower back, which injected me with some kind of painkiller. So shortly after I woke up, like a nurse came and they had to test how well it worked. And keep in mind, my surgery was for my lower back. So the way they tested it was she took an ice cube and then she would place it on like the right side of my chest, upper chest, and then she would ask if I could feel that. Like, no, I couldn't feel that. Then the other side, can I feel that? No. And then she moved it down a little bit. And can I feel that? No, I couldn't feel that, and so on. And then when we got to basically my stomach area, which is, if you know anatomy, the opposite side of your lower back. Then when she did it and started asking, can I feel it? Yeah, I can feel it there. She was like, huh, that's weird. Because that's where the like painkiller should work. But let's just leave it in and hope it still affects you somehow. And it's like, yeah, sure, why not? Like, what's the worst that can happen? I then later learned that that type of painkiller, whatever medicine, it made me nauseous as hell, and it made me super sensitive to the world. So when they took me from, like, what is it called, like the area where you wake up, observation or whatever, and moved me to, like, the room I was supposed to be in, I just threw up the entire fucking way. And everything was just terrible. It was the worst, like, 5 minutes being moved around in a bed I've ever tried. And then getting up there, it was just, as soon as I tried moving around, I would just feel nauseous and I would start throwing up. And I remember, like, just the lights, my bed would be right next to the window, and the lights coming in from outside, like from the window, it would make me nauseous and I would start throwing up, and it would give me a headache and so on. So I closed the curtains so it wouldn't happen. And of course, when I had to get up to do it, you can probably guess what happened. But I had like these bags that you do it in, and they have milliliter measurements, so they can see how much goes out and how much comes in, so they can keep track of what they need to feed you or don't feed you, and how dehydrated you might be and so on. So they kept track of how much I was throwing up and so on. It's all good, it's gravy. And they also keep track of how much I peed and so on. That's cool. So anyway, I had pulled the curtain for, and then this boomer nurse came and I was like, oh, it's so dark in here, let's open the curtains. And then she threw open the curtains and I started vomiting everywhere immediately. And then she was like, oh, that's weird. And I told her, well, the lights make me nauseous. Can you please close it? No, no, you're being silly. Like, it's good for you. The sun is good for you. Like, it will help you heal and blah, blah, blah. And like, okay, are you leaving the room now so I can close them again? Yeah, I'm leaving now. Okay, then she left and I got up and closed them again. I think some, hopefully very few, but some nurses and like medical personnel, like they just get desensitized to what people tell them and what people are feeling, just because they see so many hypochondriacs or people who do whatever they can to avoid like not being comfortable and some pain and so on. Yeah, it was terrible. So over the next 3 days I tried to convince the doctors and the nurses to take out the painkiller, because it wasn't really doing it. Like, the ice cube test had kind of proven it didn't really do shit for me, except for making me nauseous, which I wasn't enjoying particularly. So I tried to convince them, like, please just fucking take it out, and they wouldn't really do that. They were very hesitant to do it because maybe it's working. Like, we don't really know if it might work, and if we pull it out, then at least then we can guarantee it's not working. I'm like, yeah, I can kind of get the logic, but right now all the test shows it's not working, and I'm throwing up all the fucking time. I'm not enjoying it. Can we just take it off? And then they started lowering the dose over a day or so, and I couldn't feel any difference every time they did it. And then when it was down to 0 at some point, they took it out. And I just thought it was like if this is like my skin, then I thought it would be like just right in, so it wouldn't be too far. But when they pull it out, it was like 20 centimeters of hose that was inside my bag, so I could just feel like like moving out. And let me tell you, it's a weird fucking feeling having like 20 centimeter hose being pulled out from your bag. Yeah, it was definitely an experience. And that's not even talking about like the catheter when they removed that, or the hose or whatever, the tube I had in my neck as well. That's yeah. It was fun times. That's to experience. So the doctors really wanted me to stay for like a week or two or something, just to observe and make sure nothing too foggy was going on. But after 3 days of trying to deal with them and not feeling great, I was done with my hospital stay. What is this? Wait, do I choose one? Oh. So I shouldn't have looted something without reading everything? Okay. Tank. Okay, so that's how it works. Yeah, so after 3 days, after major back surgery, I went home to my own apartment and I lived alone. And then after being there for like a day and just laying in the bed and be like, everything I do kind of hurts. So I don't want to get up to cook, and I definitely don't want to go do groceries because that's not gonna be a fun trip. I decided maybe it wasn't the best idea to be alone in an apartment all by myself, far away from anyone who could help me. So I went to my parents' house that night and stayed there for a couple of days more, and then I went home as soon as I could. But I never regretted leaving the hospital that soon, or like after such a short time, because it was a terrible fucking time. I remember the first meal I had after waking up from surgery that actually really set the bar super high, and I thought, oh wow, this is actually gonna be really nice. Because when I had just woken up and they were like, are you hungry? I'm like, yeah. I had just come out of a 8-10 hour surgery. I hadn't eaten in a while, and my body was trying to knit together some major wounds. Like, I was hungry, so I was like, yeah, I'm hungry. And they asked me, what do you want to eat? I'm like, huh, that's a weirdly open question. Like, there's room for lots. So I was just like, I would like some fries. Sure, and then they went off and got me some fries, and it was fucking delicious fries. But I didn't expect they would actually get me what I asked for. Because I thought there was some
Nothing like this happens.
like restrictions or limited menu or whatever. But they just went and got me some fries. That was cool.
Remember, there's one grind.
So that kind of set the bar up for like, oh, I just ask for food and then they bring it. That's cool.
Speak.
So the morning after, like I woke up quite early. I don't really sleep that well, and I don't sleep long. So I was up really early, and I was hungry because all I had was some fries. It's not really a proper meal, if we're being honest. So I called the nurse and asked if I could have some more food, and then she just looked at me like I was the biggest idiot on the planet, like, but it's not even breakfast time yet. And like, okay, but I'm hungry. Like, can you get me something? And she was like, I don't know. I'll go see. And then like that was a very different like interaction. And then she came back like 10 minutes later with like the driest piece of bread in my life. And that was it.
What trouble?
Just one piece of dried bread that I have no fucking clue where she found. But that was all she could scrounge up. I'm like, okay. That's great. But I guess it's better than nothing. So I ate it. The fuck is this? Yeah. And then from there the food was just a huge downward spiral. Like it just got worse and worse. It was quite impressive. Cool. I think that's it for today, guys. Thank you for hanging out. See you next time. Bye.